The desert night, vast, empty, silent, but not still. The moon casts an eerie glow over the barren land, illuminating the sparse vegetation and casting long, haunting shadows. The silence is almost deafening, but beneath it lies a sense of foreboding. Something moves in the darkness. A whisper of wind carries an unsettling sound. The air is thick with tension, as if the desert itself is holding its breath, waiting for something to happen. The shadows seem to dance, playing tricks on your eyes. A low growl, a guttural rasp. It sends shivers down your spine. The sound is primal, ancient, as if it comes from a time long forgotten. It echoes through the night, a reminder that you are not alone in this desolate place. You are not alone. Out here, ancient stories hold a terrifying truth. The desert is a place of mystery and danger, where the line between reality and legend blurs. The abandoned shack stands as a testament to those who have come before, and the horrors they faced. Stories of the Skinwalkers, the Navajo Nation. These tales have been passed down through generations, warning of the shape-shifting beings that roam the night. They are said to possess the ability to transform into animals, using their powers for malevolent purposes. A land of stark beauty and ancient magic, the desert holds many secrets hidden within its vast expanse. The ancient ruins stand as a reminder of the civilizations that once thrived here, their knowledge and power now lost to time. It is a place where legends are born from the very earth. The rock formations, sculpted by the elements over millennia, seem to hold a mystical aura. They stand as silent guardians of the desert's secrets, watching over the land as the moonlight casts an otherworldly glow, where the veil between worlds is thin. In this place, the boundary between the physical and the spiritual is fragile. It is said that portals to other realms can open, allowing beings from beyond to cross over into our world, and where some stories are best left untold. The desert hides many dark secrets, knowledge that is forbidden and dangerous. Those who seek it out often find themselves facing unimaginable horrors, their minds and souls forever scarred. But some stories, like the chilling tales of the Skinwalkers, refuse to be silenced. These stories persist, whispered on the wind, and carried through the generations. They serve as a warning, a reminder of the ancient evils that still lurk in the shadows, waiting for their moment to strike. Deep in Navajo tradition, the Skinwalker is not a myth, it is a terrifying reality. A witch, a shapeshifter, once a medicine man, now corrupted, twisted by dark magic. The Skinwalker sheds its human skin. It takes the form of nightmares, a coyote, a wolf, a bear, anything it desires. The Skinwalker walks between worlds. It preys on the living, spreading fear. Its power is absolute, its motives shrouded in mystery. Some whisper of revenge, others pure malice, the truth more terrifying than any tale. A young man driving home late. A desolate stretch of highway cutting through the reservation. Headlights illuminate a figure on the road. Tall, gaunt, covered in matted fur. It stands on two legs. Its eyes burn with an unnatural light. Red. Piercing. The young man slams on the brakes. The figure lunges. Its claws rake the car. A blood-curdling shriek echoes in the night. Then, silence. The figure vanishes. The young man speeds away, shaken, terrified, forever marked by the encounter. A family asleep in their home, a remote farmhouse miles from civilization. A strange scratching sound wakes them. It seems to come from their daughter's room. The parents rush to her side. They find her huddled in a corner, eyes wide with terror. Scratches mar her bedroom window, deep, unmistakably animalistic. But there's no animal outside, no footprints, no explanation. The family huddles together, fear tightening its grip. They know the stories. They pray it's not what they fear. Howling at midnight, the rancher's terrifying tale. A rancher tending his livestock as the sun dips below the horizon, casting long shadows across the land. Suddenly a coyote howls, close, too close. He grabs his rifle, but something isn't right. The howl morphs into a chilling laughter, unnatural, mocking. He shines his flashlight in the direction of the sound. A pair of eyes gleam back at him, red, malevolent. He raises his rifle, fires, but the creature is gone, vanished into thin air. Twisted shapes in the moonlight, a hiker's brush with death. A group of hikers exploring the canyons of the Navajo Nation under a heavy moon. The night was still. The only sounds were the whispers of the wind and the crunch of their boots on the rocky ground. They had heard tales of the eerie beauty of the canyon at night, but nothing could have prepared them for what they were about to encounter. The air thick with tension. Every shadow seemed to move. Every rustle in the bushes made their hearts race. The moon cast long, twisted shadows that played tricks on their eyes, making them see things that weren't there, or perhaps things that were. As they make their way down a narrow path, they see it. A creature, twisted, monstrous. It stood at the edge of the path, its form barely distinguishable from the shadows around it. The hikers could feel their blood run cold as they tried to comprehend what they were seeing. It moves with an unnatural grace, its eyes burning with an unholy fire. The creature seemed to glide rather than walk, its movements fluid and almost hypnotic. Those eyes, glowing with an intensity that pierced the darkness, seemed to look right through them, seeing into their very souls. The hikers freeze, caught between fascination and primal fear. They wanted to run, to scream, but their bodies refused to obey. It was as if the creature had cast a spell on them, holding them in place with its mere presence. The creature lets out a deafening roar, echoing through the canyon. The sound was unlike anything they had ever heard, a mix of rage and sorrow that reverberated through their bones. It was a cry that seemed to come from the depths of the earth itself, shaking them to their core. Then, as quickly as it appeared, it vanishes, leaving the hikers shaken, forever changed by what they witnessed. They stood there, in stunned silence, trying to process what had just happened. The canyon, once a place of beauty and wonder, had become a place of mystery and fear. They knew they would never forget this night, nor the creature that had crossed their path. Beyond the campfire. The Skinwalker's presence in storytelling. Skinwalker stories are more than just scary stories told around a campfire. They are deeply rooted in the cultural and spiritual fabric of the Navajo people. These tales are not merely for entertainment. They carry profound meanings and lessons. They are woven into the fabric of Navajo life, passed down through generations, a stark reminder of the power that exists in the world, both good and evil. These stories are shared in hushed tones, often in the safety of a close-knit community, where the wisdom of the elders is revered and respected. These stories serve as a warning, a way to teach children about the dangers that lurk in the shadows, to respect the old ways, to honor the power of the land, and most importantly, to avoid attracting the attention of creatures like the Skinwalker. The Skinwalker, a shapeshifter capable of taking on the form of animals, embodies the fears and mysteries of the unknown. By sharing these stories, the Navajo people instill a sense of caution and respect for the natural world and its unseen forces. The tales remind us that there are boundaries that should not be crossed, and that the world is full of mysteries that are best left undisturbed. The impact of Skinwalker encounters on local folklore is undeniable. These stories shape the beliefs and behaviors of the people who live on the Navajo Nation. They serve as a constant reminder that there are forces beyond our understanding. The fear is palpable. It hangs heavy in the air. It is a fear born of respect, a respect for the unknown, a respect for the power of the Skinwalker, and a deep-seated understanding that some things are best left undisturbed. The Navajo people urge outsiders to approach their land with respect, to tread lightly, to be mindful of their presence. The land holds a deep spiritual significance for the Navajo people. It is sacred ground. To disrespect the land is to invite danger. To attract the attention of entities like the Skinwalker, it is a reminder that we are not alone in this world, that there are forces beyond our comprehension, forces that deserve our respect. The enduring fascination with Skinwalker stories speaks to a primal fear that resides within us all. The fear of the unknown, the fear of the darkness, the fear of something lurking just beyond our perception. These stories force us to confront our own mortality, to acknowledge that there are things in this world that defy explanation, things that challenge our understanding of reality, and in doing so, they force us to confront our deepest fears. Whether you believe in the Skinwalker or not, there's no denying the power of these stories. They tap into something primal, a fear of the unknown that resides within us all. The desert night may be silent, but it is far from empty. The next time you find yourself driving down a desolate highway, or camping under a star-filled sky, remember the stories, listen to the whispers on the wind. For the Skinwalker may be closer than you think.